It's a long road to find justice, and that's the long road that we are on in the case against Brian Koberger. The family of several of the victims begging, pleading, saying, please, please start making some decisions, get to work, and quit playing the delay game. It's not really a game, though. At the end of the day, there is a man's life on the line here. Yes, there's already been 4 that have been stolen, but was it done by Brian Koberger? That's what our system is here to find out. And they better be darn sure they have the right person if they're going to have the death penalty on the table. Joining me to discuss all the delays in this and why they're happening, attorney Eric Faddis, former prosecutor, defense attorney. Yeah, it seems like a long time. From a layman myself, doesn't do this for a living out there, defending people. It seems kind of like, why does it take 3 years to explain what happened over the course of a couple of hours?
Sure. Yeah, it's totally a fair point. What I heard is that Koberger's attorney wants to push the trial out to like summer 2025.
Hmm.
So we're talking more than a year from
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
I mean, that's kind of on the far end in terms of, delay is a friend of the defense, but that's kind of pushing it. And as you mentioned, some of the families have said, gosh, we need closure. We need resolution. And, a trial next summer doesn't necessarily accomplish that.
Yeah, I mean, and a trial is not. I mean, it brings closure, but a trial, hopefully, I mean, as much closure as you can get for having your children be deceased. It's certainly a marker in a chapter, but that's not the purpose of the trial. The trial is not necessarily for closure; it's for determining innocence or guilt at the end of the day. Give us some insight here as to what Ann Taylor has been doing. She's been the attorney for him all this time, and why is it reasonable to expect that she needs to get all the way into early summer of 2025 to be able to present a good defense for her client?
In defense of Koberger's attorney, this is a massive case, right?
Yeah.
One homicide case is a huge undertaking. This is a quadruple homicide, and not only a quadruple homicide, but a death penalty one, and one that has gotten national attention. I'm sure there are multiple terabytes of information and materials and evidence, videos, photographs, interviews, and for Koberger's attorney to really have a grasp of that, it's going to take some time. Now, is it going to take till summer 2025? That's arguable, but surely this thing is overwhelming and is going to consume that attorney, and they're going to need some time to prepare.
If there is an alibi that's viable, if there's like a reasonable story that could be put out there, would it really take 3 years to get there, to exonerate someone, if they are truly innocent?
It's a great question. And in Colorado, if you're going to raise an alibi defense on behalf of your client, and this is the case in many states,
Yeah.
you got to do it as promptly as possible. And so, when I've got to imagine when Koberger was talking with his attorney, if he did have an alibi, meaning he was somewhere else with someone else, likely, that would have been one of the first things he said.
Yeah.
And so, the attorney has to vet that and investigate it. But should it take this long before we are even hearing about it? That part raises some eyebrows.
Yeah. Hey, it's Tony Brueski. If you like the podcast, be sure to like, subscribe, and press that bell so you don't miss any of our updates on the cases we're following for you right here at the Hidden Killers podcast from True Crime Today. And thanks